Alright, I guess I'll start to talk now. I just wanted to showcase the damage that you do depending on the mob level, the defense, and obviously if there's any fair fight and so on. So as I started off with the video, I started to kill mobs in a low level zone at Spectrum Wood. As you see, damage is quite high. I could go for lower level mobs, like the mobs near the Lith Harbor, because they're low level. And you can see like a pure damage of 0 defense enemy that you do damage to. Surprisingly, when you go to a level 60 zone, such as Lion's Castle, you're gonna see that you're dealing even less damage. I started to ground break 70k damage, and that's obviously the enemy being higher level, and obviously they have a little bit more defense as well and more health. And then when I went back to the housing or to the guildhouse, you notice that I dealt a little bit more damage, similar to the mobs that I had to the mobs in low level zone, and that's at level 50. The dummy is level 50. You are dealing that kind of damage to a boss. However, as I showcase right now, when I started to attack Mushmom, you notice the fair fight that I hovered my mouse over it. Fair fight reduces your damage even more depending on what level the boss is, and thus making me showing off a weak groundbreaker attack. I'm not sure how I'm standing on this ladder, but okay. But yeah, fair fight reduces your damage quite a lot, and obviously if you're doing certain world boss events, you are gonna notice you're dealing less damage. And if you're fighting enemies at certain areas, you are going to do even less damage as well. So keep in mind about that. I don't think there's much I would like to cover up in this video. It's more about knowing and wondering, like, if people are trying to say that they've done a certain amount of damage, make sure to ask them what kind of enemy they were attacking on. It could be either a low level mob, it could be on a dummy. Usually it's on a dummy. But I wouldn't count on the dummy too much, because the best way to try things out, I would say, it's against, not even against a player, but more about a monster that's at the same level as you. And that's what you can expect yourself when you fight Chaos Raids. Let's say you're fighting a level 60 boss. Your your attack power is not going to help much unless you have piercing, because they have higher defense as they go up in level. So having piercing is going to be helpful for endgame, is what I wanted to make sure that you all are on the same page as me. So yeah, I don't think they're going to have fair fight. I think they mentioned that they won't add any fair fights into Chaos Raids, but just make sure that you are not going to see the numbers that you usually would see on a dummy, because it is a big difference when you fight a Chaos Raid boss due to their high amount of defense that they have. So try your attacks or highest damage attacks out on different enemies, and you have a roughly estimate on how much damage you can dish out, especially as a berserker, because when you do your attacks, you're gonna notice the big difference with the numbers not proccing over 100k and such. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and sorry for the no commentary when I did this. I figured I might as well just run around and attack, and you'll figure it out by yourself. But at the end of this video, I am explaining all of it, and hopefully you have an idea on how the game is when it comes to fighting different types of enemies at different levels and such. But yeah, take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.